So today I'm bringing guys a brand new sports cards video. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down what I believe to be the 5 best investments that are under $10. Before we get into that, I did want to say real quick, for this week's giveaway, we are giving away a Cade Cunningham Prism Rookie PSA 9. To enter, all you have to do is subscribe, like this video, and comment the word done. We will be announcing the winners at the beginning of next week, so definitely stay tuned for that, and follow those easy steps to have a chance at, $20 to $30 card for free. But without further ado, we are going to hop right into this video. So the first card that I believe is going to make an incredible investment right now that is around $10 is going to be Kevin Durant's 2008 second year Topps Chrome. Now, first of all, 2008 Topps Chrome is a very iconic set, of course led by Kobe and LeBron's card from this year. The LeBron chalk toss and then the Kobe card with LeBron guarding him are both incredibly iconic cards that have really pushed this set to the forefront for collectors and investors. So I do believe that Kevin Durant, with this being his second year Topps Chrome, there's going to be a lot of demand in the long term. I do believe that a lot of demand is going to be coming into Kevin Durant's market during these playoffs, as of course Kevin Durant has now joined the Suns, and that has made the Suns the Vegas favorites to win the Western Conference. So I believe there's going to be a lot of attention around Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns, of course having already a top 3 team in the West when they were healthy before Booker got injured. I do believe that adding Kevin Durant onto that is going to be a scary sight for the rest of the Western Conference, and regardless of whether they end up winning the West, I believe that the hype alone coming from Kevin Durant being on the Suns is going to cause a lot of his cards to go up. Now, this is one of his more affordable options, so people who cannot quite afford his rookie year Topps Chrome, they usually are going to go towards his second year Topps Chrome. It's a great look. Like I said, it's a very iconic set, so I just believe it's a card that's going to have a lot of demand on it. So without further ado, we are going to hop right into the next pick, and that is going to be Paul George. Now, Paul George does not have many rookie cards. It's just pretty much Donruss. He was in that 1 year after Topps and before Panini Prisms came out. So what I truly believe is the best option for Paul George is to go after his first year Prism cards. When there was demand on Paul George, for example, during the NBA bubble, a lot of people went towards his first year Prism cards, as it's just a very iconic set and it's Paul George's first Prism card. So I believe this is a very good investment for a few reasons. First of all, I do believe there's going to be a lot of attention around the Suns. There's also a lot of attention right now that's coming towards the Clippers. Of course, the Clippers were able to land Russell Westbrook, and they currently sit at the 4th seed in the West, despite Paul George and Kawhi being really inconsistent in terms of health this season and being able to play. When Paul George and Kawhi Leonard were playing, the Clippers looked like one of the best teams. They were on pace to win 55 games if you just count the games that they were both healthy. So I do believe that adding Russell Westbrook in is just going to bring a lot more attention to the team. And Paul George, his cards are so rare and so low pop, you hardly see them around. So if the demand is on Paul George, a lot of his cards can shoot up very high because of how scarce they are. So I do believe that Paul George has a good chance to become a very good investment, and we saw how great Paul George was with Russell Westbrook on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Paul George had a near MVP season that year. So I do believe that this combo could potentially lead to some more, excellent play from Paul George. But without further ado, we're going to switch sports real quick. We are going to go towards Randy Moss. Now, one personal thing I believe going on in the market is that the vintage football market has some of the most room to grow. If you look at the vintage basketball market, the vintage baseball market, how iconic they are, and how expensive the greats are. And then you look at, for example, Randy Moss, who's one of the best wide receivers of all time. We see Jerry Rice, his tops rookie in a PSA 10 is over $65,000 in a PSA 10. And then you look at Randy Moss, and a lot of his cards are incredibly low priced. I do believe this is more of a long-term play, but I believe that Randy Moss being so closely tied to Tom Brady is going to really pan out in the long term. I believe there's going to be a lot of attention with Tom Brady. I believe there's going to be documentaries that come out about Tom Brady, and Randy Moss was Tom Brady's best receiver. And I believe that's really going to cause a lot of demand to be on Randy Moss in the long term. And I believe his cards are just so wickedly underpriced. He's in the same year as Peyton Manning. So I do believe there's always going to be a good amount of attention around 1998 Topps Chrome and Topps in general. So I do believe this is a very good buy if you're willing to hold it out and see what happens in the long term with the vintage football market. Now, without further ado, we're going to hop right into the next pick, and that is going to be Chris Paul, and Chris Paul's Topps rookie card. Now, of course, we know that Kevin Durant has gone to the Phoenix Suns, and Chris Paul is commonly known as one of the best point guards of all time. However, the one big thing that's been holding his prices back has been that he hasn't won a championship. He's never won a championship in his career, and I think that's really what's causing him to be held back from being put in a top 3 point guard of all time position. And I believe that, Kevin Durant joining the Suns is bringing Chris Paul a golden opportunity to win his first championship and change the whole rhetoric for the long term. And I believe if that happens and Chris Paul's able to win a championship, his prices are going to be in another atmosphere. I believe he's going to be known as a top 3 point guard of all time or a top 5 point guard of all time at the bare minimum if he can win a championship. And I think a $10 Topps rookie card for, a top 3, top 5 point guard of all time is just going to look wickedly underpriced. So I believe it's a good time to be buying up Chris Paul, if you're willing to hold it out. And, the risk is super low because he's already, an all-time great point guard. He's already had such an incredible Hall of Fame career to where even if he doesn't end up winning a championship, his prices should not go down. But if he does win a championship, his prices should jump significantly. So I believe it's a good low-risk, high-reward investment, which I'm always looking for, and I will always go all in for low-risk, high-reward investments. Now, without further ado, we are going to hop right into our next pick. Now, this pick is going to be a little bit more risky. I won't lie. I would personally not put a lot of money into James Wiseman, but I believe that there is going to be a big opportunity for the number 2 overall pick, James Wiseman. Of course, things didn't pan out in Golden State. He just needs a little bit more time to develop. But I believe if he shows flashes of greatness, that a lot of money is going to be entering his market just because of the hype that comes from being a number 2 pick. I believe, with James Wiseman being a number 2 pick now on the Pistons, going to get a lot more playing time. The Pistons have mentioned that they want James Wiseman to be their starting center. The Pistons are a perfect team that are in rebuild mode, so I do believe that there's going to be a lot of attention around James Wiseman if he can just put together some big games and show some flashes of his greatness. So I do believe if he's able to show potential, these prices are going to go up. He's just a player who's had a lot of hype but has never lived up to it, and if he does, show some of that potential, I believe his card prices are going to really take off. But I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you enjoyed, go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment the word done as well if you would like to enter into the giveaway. So other than that, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'm out. Peace.